So the Los Angeles Lakers take on the Toronto Raptors on the second night of a back-to-back, and some concerns. We don't have LeBron James, Anthony Davis, or Wenyen Gabriel tonight. All three are sitting out. Anthony Davis obviously left yesterday's game with flu-like symptoms. He is still out for illness. LeBron James is going to rest his ankle, which I said even yesterday before the game. I said that they were going to sit both of these guys because it just made a lot of sense to have them both sit. The problem is you needed to win yesterday against the Cleveland Cavaliers in order to make this make sense, right? Because if you beat the Cavs, then you rest in Toronto, LeBron and AD get some rest, you let it be the Russell Westbrook show, and hopefully, if you can squeeze out a win, great. If you lose, it's not the end of the world because you won the Cavs game. This also kind of highlights the Pacers loss even more, right? Like the Pacers loss becomes that much more significant because you lost to the Cavs because AD left, and that was a winnable game until towards the end. And then also Toronto, unless you can magically squeeze out a win here in Toronto, which this game is more than likely going to be a loss. We're going to have zero size, right? You're going to be relying on basically all guards. And Toronto is like a team just built on like nothing but like 6'7", 6'8" players, right? Like their entire roster is basically that. So we're going to be super undersized tonight. You don't have LeBron. You don't have AD. You don't have Wenyen Gabriel. So you don't have three of like your biggest wing players and centers and just sizable players, period. Going to be relying a lot on, like the Troy Browns, Lonnie Walkers, Damian Jones is probably going to get some significant time. They've recalled Max Christie, so Max Christie's probably going to get some run in. They flew him out to Toronto, so that way they just have able bodies, right? Because this team is going to be very thin. It's rough right now for the Lakers in this Toronto game, but never rule out Russell Westbrook, right? We know what Russell Westbrook is capable of. And if you remember a Toronto game last year, then you'll know what Russell Westbrook is capable of. I think this team is also better than the team last year. So the games where because Russ had a couple games where it was just him, and he was like single-handedly trying to win us games, and he almost did on several occasions. This team is that much better. And we had a rough game yesterday, and we were still in that game, although the Cavs did too. But, hopefully Russ can kind of get back to being Russ. Like, I said this yesterday, and I still believe this. I think the Cavs game and this game are two very important games for Russell Westbrook because these are games that hopefully he can mesh the two, playmaking and scoring, which would take the Lakers to another level, right? Because right now, Russ has been pretty much playmaker, right? Let's set guys up, getting, 10 to 12 assists, things like that, right? And he hasn't really had to turn on that switch. Yesterday, I wish he would have kind of turned on the switch a little more, which I get it's hard, and guys weren't hitting shots. So, he wasn't getting the assists that he usually gets, and he didn't have, like, Anthony Davis and stuff to, like, just dump the ball down to go get, 5 or 6 easy assists. So it was a tough game for Russ, tough game for everybody, because you got to understand, too, and LeBron even highlighted this, they had to completely change their game plan on the fly, right? Because they went into that game with Anthony Davis and a game plan around Anthony Davis dominating the game and Anthony Davis, playing the way he's been playing. And then they decided to, oh no, Anthony Davis is not playing because he's sick and he just left the game. And like literally in the middle of the first quarter, you have to go and just scrap everything and now scramble to try to like come up with something. So Russ had to like flip the switch. LeBron had to flip the switch. Everyone kind of had to like change up. Guys weren't really playing great. It was a bad game, right? You're going into this game knowing what you have at your disposal. And and Russ knows, I'm all this team's got. So I expect to see like a 25-plus point triple-double or close to a triple-double Russell Westbrook. I expect to see a Russell Westbrook that gives us, just at least, we need at least 25 and 10. At least. It's the only way we're going to win this game is if Russ has a heroic night. Because look, Toronto's good, but they're not great, right? Like, Toronto is a winnable game. Like, even if we didn't have AD and we just had LeBron, it's a winnable game. If we had AD and not LeBron, I still think we could win this game. Now, we don't have either, so realistically, we're probably going to lose this game, but I don't think, like, I wouldn't be shocked. Like, if the Lakers pulled off a win tonight, I wouldn't be like, no way. Like, they're not playing the Bucks or, like, the Celtics or something like that. You know, they're playing Toronto, who's, like, they're a middle-of-the-pack team, basically. And middle-of-the-pack teams, you can beat them on any given night, right? And we've seen the Lakers basically be able to compete and win most of those games. Granted, they always had either LeBron or Davis, but now we'll see what Russ has got. And the reason I think this is good is because this will be the first game this season that Russ is going to have to combine the points and the assists. And hopefully, if he's able to do that tonight, he can carry that over into future games with LeBron and AD, right? Because here's the thing, like Russ, we don't need Russ to get 30 a night, right? Like that's not what we need. And I would rather have 12 assists Russ than 20.3, 4 assists Russ, right? Because you're just getting more production, you're getting other guys involved, you're trusting other guys. Like it does more for the team. And everything that Russ has been able to do as a playmaker has been fantastic. And it's a big reason why Anthony Davis has been so great lately. It's a big reason why other guys have been so good lately. And just that energy, just that spark. I mean, even yesterday's game, we were getting smacked. And then Russell Westbrook came in and it just adds a different level of energy. And we start coming back at things. And it happens almost every game. We start off to these slow starts. Russ comes in and then we're off to the races. And it's just a different gear that this team gets with Russell Westbrook. But he hasn't been able to marry the assists and the points. And I'm hoping that he'll be able to do that tonight and then kind of have a feel for that to be able to carry going forward. But outside of Russ, Dennis Schroeder, Thomas Bryant, they're going to be, we need big games from them. Dennis Schroeder had a great game last night. We're going to need that again. We're going to need him to really show up. We're going to need him to really play solid, play some defense because, we don't have a lot of guys that can go get you 20. We just don't, and I think both of these guys, especially Thomas Bryant was great last night. I expect him to be great again tonight. And I expect Russ to really look for him a lot. I wouldn't be shocked if Thomas Bryant has like a 25-point game tonight. That might sound crazy to some, but he had like 19 last night. And he was kind of just like there on the fly, right? I think you're going to see Russ really set up Thomas Bryant a lot. I think Thomas Bryant's going to get a ton of minutes, and I wouldn't be shocked if he's in the at least 20 to 25 range. Dennis Schroeder, we need at least 15 to 20 from him. He's going to be a big factor. We need these two guys to really step up. These are two guys that I think are very important, very significant to this Lakers team and this Lakers rotation. We're asking them to do a little more than what they should have to do. But, hey, sometimes you're going to have a game or two where you're going to need to show up and you're going to need to play big. And Thomas Bryant did a great job last night. I believe he can come in tonight, do the same thing. Obviously, Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker's got to be – we're going to see what Lonnie Walker's got. Can he give us a 25-plus point game, right? Like, we're going to need Lonnie Walker to be, a borderline star tonight. We're going to need him to be aggressive. We're going to need him to go and be able to create and do a lot, more than what we should be asking him to do. But I think he's capable of it. He's shown it before. He's shown the capability. He's shown what he can do. And I think that he's a guy that with him and Russ, I think they can make this game very interesting, right? I think him and Russ can be enough to really kind of put pressure on Toronto. And then just kind of, let the cards fall where they may. Lonnie Walker, I think, is going to be the biggest factor tonight. If Lonnie Walker has a great game, I think we're in this game and we have a chance to win. Right? If Lonnie Walker has like a so-so game or a bad game, like yesterday he had a bad game. And I'm hoping he got the bad game out. He got the bad game out the way. It's time to go. Time for the good game. And if he can have that good game tonight, then I think we could be in position to win this game. If he has a night like last night, I don't think we have a chance. Because Lonnie Walker is, next to Russ, is our second best player, right? That we currently have right now. He's the guy that you could see him going and getting 30 and it wouldn't shock anyone. You wouldn't be like, wow, Lonnie Walker really showed out tonight. Like, no. Guy's been averaging like 17, 18 points a game. Like, you're just asking him, and that's with Russ, LeBron, and AD, right? You're asking him to just basically give you 5 to 10 more points without LeBron and AD. I don't think that that's like unfathomable, right? I think he can do that. But we need a huge game from him. Troy Brown's really got to step up too. We really need Troy Brown to be an X factor tonight, right? Like he's been very good, very consistent. He's had some moments. He's been arguably one of, if not our most consistent guy next to like Lonnie Walker. Like, dude, Troy Brown night in and night out just gives you like 8 points a game. Like he just consistently gives you 8 points a game, and it's insane how just a model of consistency he's been. But we need more than that. We need probably 15 from him tonight. Maybe 12. And if he can do that, then I think we could be in this game. I think this is a very winnable game. We're going to be heavily, heavily reliant on Schroeder, Russ, Walker, Bryant, Reeves, and Brown, right? And I trust Reeves more. I think Reeves has the potential to have a really standout game tonight, and I really trust him. But, we're going to see what a lot of these role guys really have. And this could be a very good game for the role guys, right? Because you need these games. And it's something that I talked about with LeBron out that was spot on. I said, LeBron's out. It's easy for guys to fall in love with watching LeBron and just gazing with LeBron. Guys are going to have to step up, and guys are going to have to play great, right? What happened? Guys stepped up. Guys played great. Anthony Davis became an absolute monster. The team became Anthony Davis's team. LeBron came in and just kind of bought in to what was going on, and we were off to the races. And we've been very good since. We're 7-3 in the last 10 games, right? So, we're off to the races. So, hopefully that can continue. Now, hopefully these guys can build some confidence, get some, big games, some big moments, some big, just production. And then hopefully that continues to translate once LeBron and Anthony Davis come back. And now we're in a position to potentially start another run, right? But hopefully we can get this win. I don't doubt it. I don't rule it out. I think it is a very winnable game. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think we have a chance? Do you think we have no shot? Do you think we could? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Let me know down in the comments below.